Professional sports is not a sisterhood. It's a brutal, bloody, merciless world of hypercapitalism. There is a single, unquestionable metric that defines you in this area. Your market value defines who you are. You are either the revenue-generating engine or you are a passenger in the back seat who is totally reliant on the engine to get you where you're going. The Women's Secondary National Basketball Association has been a passenger league for the past 25 years. They ran a business that lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and they were only able to survive because of the NBA's financial generosity. However, a militant group of seasoned players developed a startling, bordering on pathological feeling of entitlement. They persuaded themselves that they were world-renowned. And then the real motor came when Caitlin Clark took the court, broke all viewership records in human history, and brought billions of dollars to the sport on her own. Second, gratitude was not expressed by the passengers. They tried to take over the vehicle. There isn't a labor negotiation going on right now. The mission is corporate suicide. Minute seconds right now, the WNBA Players Association is threatening to ruin the next season entirely. With their demands for guaranteed maximum contracts, free homes, and an outrageous percentage of the league's gross revenue, they are aiming a loaded gun at the second billionaire-owning class. The establishment is frantically attempting to persuade the public that the millions of new fans who have developed an interest in women's basketball are devoted to the union. They think that their group, they have the most power over the owners when they threaten a strike. However, the very player minute that they have spent a year attempting to stifle has just humiliated, exposed, and completely undermined their entire scheme. The WNBA's poisonous radioactive wasteland has officially been avoided by Caitlin Clark. She has arrived to the Team Minute Seconds USA training camp, and in doing so, she has carried out one of the most brilliant and disastrous business strategies in contemporary sports history. Without participating in a single small-scale social media dispute, Clark has demonstrated to the world that she is the only indispensable asset in the sport. Caitlin Clark is essential to the WNBA's survival. The WNBA is not necessary for Caitlin Clark. You have to watch the film coming out of this international training camp if you want to comprehend minutes, seconds to the alarming leverage shift that is currently causing sleep paralysis for WNBA union executives. This isn't. Just use the practice tape for minutes and seconds. The violent veterans who are holding the league captive are the target of this psychological kill shot. Examine the surroundings. Take a look at the culture that is being developed on a worldwide scale. Away from the toxic politics of the WNBA Players Association. They're sort of doing some drills here like minutes and seconds. Let's watch them fry for a short while. Don't look at Caitlin, Chelsea. Minutes, seconds, and side dribble. Minutes, seconds, the most important thing is that they're having fun, dude. I adore it. Minutes, seconds. Alright. Stir an angel. Simple work. Minutes, seconds. Caitlin seems to be spending a lot of time with Kelsey. Paige is constantly shrieking in minutes and seconds. These days, Paige will yell about anything. Listen to the pure excitement in that gymnasium for minutes and seconds. Take a look at the grins. Take a look at the complete absence of corporate tension in Caitlin Clark, Breanna Stewart, and the upcoming generation of American celebrities are laughing, competing, and shouting USA on 3 in minutes and seconds. They are relishing every minute of their athletic heyday. They are behaving like top-tier, well-paid pros who genuinely enjoy playing basketball. Now compare that. The depressing, antagonistic, and violent vibe emanating from the WNBA labor issue was captured in minutes and seconds. A campaign of created anguish is being undertaken by the seasoned union officials. They want to be seen by the general public as oppressed victims of a wealthy patriarchal society. They want fury, minutes, seconds, resentment, and the continual threat of a work stoppage to dominate the media cycle. Their own vice presidents are leaking letters to ESPN because of the poisonous atmosphere they have fostered. Minutes, seconds pleading for openness. Caitlin Clark has totally ruined the union's PR Minute Seconds campaign by walking onto the Team USA court and exuding pure, unadulterated joy. She is unquestionably sending a strong message to the millionaire owners, corporate sponsors, and broadcast networks. She is demonstrating that she is a high-end, drama-free investment. The WNBA leadership appears to be a confused, chaotic mob battling for scraps, yet Clark, minutes, seconds appears to be the ultimate worldwide celebrity. She is demonstrating that there is no systemic toxicity in women's basketball. A small, envious group of seasoned gamers who are afraid of losing control of the culture are solely responsible for the toxicity. The union leadership believed they could use their labor struggle to ensnare Caitlin Clark. Minutes, seconds. They believed they could blackmail the owners by using her enormous fame as a human shield. But Clark just left through the back door and entered the largest international platform on the minutes, seconds planet. We must conduct a forensic analysis of their actual minutes and seconds market value in order to completely understand the disastrous calculation made by the WNBA Players Union. You can't successfully bluff a billionaire in any corporate deal. If the second person seated opposite from you is aware that you have nowhere else to go, you cannot threaten to leave the table. In fact, the WNBA veterans thought they had their own market value. They truly minutes, seconds, and thought that customers wanted to watch basketball from their particular legacy brand. They tested it, so we know this. The unparalleled 3-on-3 league was created by them. In order to demonstrate that they could attract a television audience and make money without Caitlin Clark's presence, they developed a completely different basketball habitat in minutes and seconds. It was a complete, unabated massacre that lasted for minutes and seconds. From the moment of their debut, Unrivaled's television ratings fell. The American audience quickly switched the channel after seeing that the number was missing from the minutes, seconds product, and, in an attempt to capitalize on the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, the network executives at TNT, who made significant investments in minutes and seconds in the league, faced complete corporate panic. Even worse, team mainstays like Aaliyah Minutes and Seconds Boston sustained serious injuries during pointless exhibition games, demonstrating that the entire endeavor was a huge financial and physical hazard. Second service veterans played their trump card in the minutes, and the market rejected them with tremendous severity. They demonstrated with their own money that, in the absence of Caitlin Clark, they would have no financial value on a national television broadcast. Now consider the complete other end of the spectrum. Watch what occurs when the real golden goose enters the second floor of the minutes. Remember to keep an eye on the teams while you're looking. Look, dog, Angel is knocking them down. Minutes, seconds, screaming. Minutes, seconds. I am aware of its speed. Caitlin won the game. Caitlin with the dog that won the game. He had the stun on him for minutes and seconds. Minutes, seconds, Caitlin with the game-winning goal. Come on, dude. That's the whole company plan. A billion-dollar television agreement is justified by that product. The entire sports economy is captivated by this captivating talent. The WNBA owners Adam Silver, Kathy Angelbert, Joe Tsai, and Matt Ishbia are watching this Team USA video for minutes and seconds. They are performing the calculation in minutes and seconds. A billionaire owner sees more than just a basketball star when Caitlin Clark hits a game-winning goal during a practice drill and goes viral right away. Market capitalization is visible to them. They perceive limitless leverage in minutes and seconds. The owners won't panic if the WNBA Players Association follows through on their strike threat on March 3rd. Since the proprietors are aware of the ultimate reality, they will not comply with the union's requests. Caitlin Clark is the only asset they truly need to safeguard. Furthermore, Caitlin Clark is currently completely shielded from the WNBA's self-destruction. The minutes and veteran players will suffer complete financial disaster if the WNBA season is postponed or canceled. Their salaries will be withheld. They will become obsolete. They will have to stop paying the league for the leases they are now asking. They will become totally obscure. There will be no losses for Caitlin Clark. If the WNBA closes, Clark just moves her enormous, devoted fan base to the FIA World Cup qualifiers. And those qualifiers are being broadcast by whom? After realizing that the veterans were a bad investment, TNT Sports, the precise minute-second television network that gave up on the unbeatable league, changed their billions of dollars to purchase minutes and secondly the worldwide rights expressly to broadcast Caitlin Clark. The WNBA union is attempting to play high-stakes poker without any chips. Without their rookie point guard, they are utterly exposed as a phony product while trying to extort billionaires in a matter of minutes. It is a degree of, second, a corporate illusion that verges on complete insanity. This takes us to the explosive, indisputable truth of why this strike is taking place. The mainstream sports media is frightened to cover in a matter of minutes and seconds. Minutes, seconds. The WNBPA's militant veterans are not advocating for a lockout to ensure working-class athletes have a better financial future. Working-class athletes are pleading for a settlement in the minutes and seconds. The agents are pleading for a deal. Minutes, seconds, and percent of the league's workforce is presently unemployed and awaiting contract signings. Minutes, seconds. The veteran establishment is advocating for a strike because a lockout is their last hope of stopping Caitlin Clark's unstoppable momentum. Think about the old guard's perverted, minute-jealous mindset. They controlled a small, unprofitable kingdom that was culturally isolated for decades. The hierarchy in the locker room was set by them. Minutes, seconds. They required novices to respect them without question. The narratives in the media were under their control. After that, Caitlin Clark came from Iowa. She broke all of their viewership records. She attracted millions of new admirers who didn't give a damn about the old guard's unspoken rules. Nike and Gatorade gave her multimillion-dollar endorsement deals. The entire veteran establishment became culturally and economically irrelevant in a matter of minutes and seconds. For this, the seasoned leadership genuinely hates her. They are angry with her because of her unheard-of success. They are angry because after years of laying the groundwork, a 20-year-old came in and bought the whole house. And they are scared of what will happen when she returns for her second season. Minutes, seconds. Fully rested, fully healthy, fully acclimated to the professional game, and prepared to rule the league on her own terms. A year of Clark's athletic prime could be lost if the union imposes a minute-second strike. The noise is momentarily muffled. They penalize the new fans for not adoring the players from the past. For the sole purpose of demonstrating to the world that they still hold the reins of power, they are completely prepared to set off a financial catastrophe, blow up the $1 media agreement, and ruin the livelihoods of their own minute-seconds union members. Envy has been turned into a weapon. Earth's economics are burnt. However, Caitlin Clark just provided the ultimate unbeatable counterstrike in a matter of minutes and seconds. With complete humility, she checkmated them. Minutes, seconds just for you, dude. I believe that this is the dream of every child. I believe I put it in writing when I was in 3rd grade minutes seconds, so I'm simply thrilled about this chance. And I recall Cara Cowan telling us that even though I play with Ryan on the team, Paige and I are aware that AB isn't present. Only a few of you on the junior national teams will be able to make your senior debut in minutes or seconds. Therefore, every aspect of it and the journey are truly unique, whether it's the World Cup minutes, a qualifier, or, the Olympics. Even though the World Cup and the Olympics are still a long way off, this is still incredibly thrilling in and of itself, and it's kind of like listening to the profound, untouchable genius of that public remark. She calls it every child's dream and minimizes it. She conveys her profound respect for the chance through. On the world's largest platform, she displays unwavering professionalism, while acknowledging the path and positioning herself as the modest minutes and seconds student of the game. Clark is purposefully undermining the last desperate story of the WNBA veterans by adopting this exact minute-second public posture. The fanatical old guard is determined to portray Clark as entitled in minutes and seconds. They wish to portray her supporters as poisonous musicians. They wish to present themselves as the honorable guardians of sports history. However, Clark minutes seconds declines to be the antagonist. She declines to participate in the mudslinging. She presents herself to the world's media as a polished, courteous minute-by-minute professional. She also portrays the WNBA union as exactly what it is by doing this: a disorderly, petty mob that is intentionally undermining its own sport, squabbling over minutes and seconds, leaking passive-aggressive letters, and so on. Clark has entirely avoided the WNBA's authority by making her eagerly awaited comeback on the international minutes/seconds stage with Team USA. Second, the FIBA qualifications are a huge worldwide television event. Clark will soon participate in a high-stakes, significant basketball game on global television. The WNBA is currently locked in a room with a thermal detonator, and the veteran leadership is threatening to press the button on March 3rd. The WNBA is surrounded by the best players in the world, minutes, seconds, totally free from the poisonous politics, the egregious fouls, and the bitter, deeply ingrained jealousy of the WNBA Players Association. They think the wealthy will give up their fortune if they threaten to blow up the minute-second building. However, the billionaire ownership groups Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver are not examining the second veteran's minutes. They are staring at Caitlin Clark, who is safely outside the explosion radius, getting ready to take the international stage, grow her brand minutes and seconds globally, and earn hundreds of millions of dollars for the networks that are astute enough to follow her. They won't emerge as triumphant labor heroes waging a just fight against corporate greed. If the WNBA imposes a lockout, they will become the masterminds behind their own magnificent devastation. They will fully minutes alienate the new fan base with seconds. The league's hard-won momentum will be destroyed by them. Additionally, they will compel the rich owners to brutally reorganize every minute of the sport's financial reality, permanently depriving the players of their leverage. The WNBA is completely defeated when the strike ends and the smoke clears, forcing them to return to the bargaining table. In a matter of minutes or seconds, Caitlin Clark will continue to be the world's greatest attraction. The resentful veterans who attempted to muzzle her will be waiting in line for unemployment benefits. Minutes, seconds after they realized they had just carried out the most horrible financial suicide in professional sports history. Officially, minutes and seconds have vanished from the media smokescreen. Veteran sisterhood is a contrived fantasy that has been totally destroyed. The sports industry is cold, calculated, and absolute in terms of minutes and seconds. You either create the revenue, you move the financial needle, or the corporate machine methodically kills you. I want to hear from you. Take a look at the comments right now and drop them into minutes. Is the WNBA union so envious of Caitlin minutes, seconds Clark's dominance that they are deliberately attempting to impose a lockout? Will the seasoned gamers truly carry out their threat to end their financial lives? Or will they be completely subjugated by the millionaire proprietors at the deadline minutes, seconds? As the WNBA burns, how big will the worldwide TV ratings be for Clark's formal debut with Team USA? Tell me what you think down there. Minutes, seconds if you're looking for the unreserved, forceful truth about the ruthless business of sports, the high-stakes leverage games that take place in corporate boardrooms, and the stories that the conventional sports media is completely afraid to report. Share this video everywhere. Click the subscribe button and enable notifications. We do. Here, minutes and seconds don't create sterilized PR narratives. We reveal the brutal reality that lurks in the shadows. Minutes, seconds. Keep your focus. I'll see you at the next.